We're gonna do another tier list. I am now officially the best Silver 3 player in the world. I got over 200 hours. I'm silver rank. Bronze is easy, right? Obviously, my perspective has changed. I'm pretty much a pro player now, so I want to do another tier list. The last tier list got a lot of attention, got a lot of interesting comments, which we're gonna probably address those at the end. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys again an accurate, fully objective perspective of the character rankings and the tier list. This is season 1.5 with the latest buffs, right? So there's been a few like buffs in nerfs. Particularly the one that's outstanding to me is the Cloak and Dagger one. So that's definitely going to affect things. I'm a major Cloak and Dagger lover. All right, but without further ado, let's get into it. I got one mistake here already, which is I got it. So I try to do some organization here. Got my healers together. All right. So we're gonna do DPS first, right? DPS first. Who are the best DPS characters in the game? All right. And I'm gonna do the same thing, right? So Black Panther again. I know that Black Panther can be lethal. There are some like great Black Panther players in the world. I don't see those at my level, at the bronze and silver level. The Black Panthers are okay. You know what I mean? So I really don't think that Black Panther is anything beyond fine. Like I'm fine when I see him in my match. I'm not worried about Black Panther. He can be aggravating if you're playing in support, but I typically feel like I have a decent job handling him, so he's whatever. I don't care. He's fine. Black Widow will continue to be a trash pick, also known as throwing, right? If you're picking Black Widow, and you're entering into a match, I consider if it's on the other team, I consider it to be automatically you guys are losing. If you're on my team, you're throwing. Black Widow is not effective. She is not effective unless you have elite aim, and even if you do, Black Widows are always like hiding in some corner, like trying to snipe. And even decent support players are gonna, you basically learn to move around and not stand still. And I just don't think that Black Widow is really bringing enough to the table to justify like this is a throw pick in my opinion. Um, I'm gonna continue to support my girl, Scarlet Witch. I can see now as a silver player, my brain got a lot smarter. I can understand why there are some concerns with her. Her ult is super slow, right? Her ult is super slow, and there's a lot of experienced players that are looking for it and waiting for it to counter it. However, right, as a great Black Widow player myself, you learn to, basically you just want to surprise the opponents, right? Do it in unexpected times, right? Do it in the middle of a fight. I like to go around the back line and ult from behind them. It makes it so that they don't really have anywhere to run, right? They're either going to have to run into the other team or run into you. So I still think pound for pound, if you can learn to execute her ult well, it's the best offensive ult in the game. Like I don't think anything kills everyone the way that Black Widow's ult kills everyone. If you compare it with a Groot ult or something, that would be insane. But yeah, she's and her damage out her burst damage is not super high, but it is very consistent. And I think a lot of people are. It's surprising me how many people don't know to toggle left click and right click. So that's how you increase the damage. And then you got to use her stun. Her stun is a killing machine. Like anytime that you're in a 1v1 with someone that is probably gonna kill you, you just I trap people, right? You chase me into a corner, I throw the stun before you get there. The stun activates as you're coming into the corner with me. I'm leaving the corner and I'm damaging you as I leave, and you're gonna die, not me. So Black Widow, excuse me, Scarlet Witch is still one of the best characters in the game. I don't care what you all say. This dude is starting to look a little bit more sussy. I do find him like extremely difficult to kill. I have learned to like not shoot him when he's like in his like funny bad body mode or whatever. So I still like I've got cooked by him a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like I gotta say, um, This dude is also falling off a little bit. Like I'm learning, first of all, I've been playing some tanks where it's like, okay, his damage is not high enough to really worry about him that much. And then yeah, with my characters, Scarlet Witch, Cloak and Dagger, um, Star Lord. I feel like there's a fair amount of even Groot. His reach is so far. If you're bad and you're flying low, I can kill you with him too. So I do think he's probably still he's a problem. I don't love him. I feel like he's still strong against low rank characters. This dude is like making it hard for people to walk forward, all that kind of stuff. But I do think Iron Man's probably better than him, because Iron Man's like pound for pound damage is higher, and Iron Man's ult I think is a little bit, not a little bit, a lot stronger. Iron Man's ult will catch you and kill you. This guy's ult, you just kind of avoid it, right? Gila to me, she's still fine. Like I'm still not seeing a lot of Gila players that are really, really like a problem. I don't, I think, she's actually pretty strong. Let me take that back. And would I put her above these two flyers? Better than Johnny Storm, but like I think pound for pound, you're gonna see stronger Iron Mans than you are Gilas at the bronze silver level, the border. Again, I'm a silver player, so I'm an expert, right? On bronze and silver level situations. So let's get this guy, Hawkeye, another throwaway pick. He's better than Black Widow, but he's throw for the same reasons, right? Hawkeye players are standing in the back line hoping to hit somebody. He does have a significantly better ult, but I'm not impressed. This is also a throw pick. Iron Fist is, you have to be an expert on Iron Fist to bring value with him, right? Like everyone's trying to do the same thing. Everybody's trying to dive the back line and eliminate healers, but it's really hard for Iron Fist. Is actually, it's kind of difficult to do that, and he just doesn't. He's not dangerous enough in the amount of time. Like it takes him a little bit of time to kill you. It's like it's not. I almost missed Loki too. All right. Um, I can't even remember her name now. She's a monster though, definitely. She actually a good Magic player is gonna a good Magic player like can dominate a match. So I've seen that myself. Definitely better than Scarlet Witch. Moon Knight, he's a throw pick as well. He's better than all these guys. Moon Knight is like y'all can't be serious with Moon Knight. To me, Moon Knight is low key. No disrespect. Before I say something disrespectful, Moon Knight is low key low IQ player, right? Like he has one trick, right? He's got the Unk trap, right? He if he finds you and he has like line of sight on you and you don't know he's there and you're not moving a lot, he tries as fast as he can to get the Unk down and kill you before you realize it, right? Because he knows as soon as you realize the Unk is there, you move away from the Unk. We destroy the Unk, and now you're on cooldown, Moon Knight. And every Moon Knight I've ever seen, if you chase them, right? If you like find yourself in the same hiding spot as the Moon Knight has to run because he's bad. Like he can't do anything except for steal kills. I think Moon Knight is like low key a little bit of it's like I mean, there's no honor amongst thieves, right? This is a game where killing people is war. So there's no honor here, but Moon Knight's like playstyle is kind of like suckerish, you know what I mean? A little bit cowardly, and I don't find him to be particularly effective. There are some decent Moon Knights that have some good unks, and yes, you have to move out of the way, but like I never feel like Moon Knight is the reason that I'm losing. So I never feel like Moon Knight is beating me. And when I see a Moon Knight pick on my team, and you know what I mean, you're like DPS, you look and it's like, okay, I have a Moon Knight and a Psylocke. So it's just you got two players that are committing to flanking and like hoping to be able to steal kills and putting pressure on the back line. But if you're fighting at the front line as a tank or as a Star Lord or someone like that, and you're like putting damage into the main fight, you don't feel the value of Moon Knight, and that is, I think, the issue. You know what I mean? So I think Moon Knight is the throw. Namor, I've been told, right? I've been told. Shout out to some of the people that were in chat from the last match. Namor, I do understand the value, and I think I was like not playing him properly. What I would say in hindsight, if I had to do it again, I think I could try Namor again. I played Namor like in the beginning of the game when I was afraid to fight and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just staying back and try to put damage into the fight. His 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 left and right click are definitely strong. They do a fair amount of damage. I think that's cool. And I get it now that like you put the squid down. I think I would say you save one squid for your back line to protect yourself, right? So you're like kind of near the back line. You got a squid back there to make it so that you can't get like dove. And if you do get dove, you got help to kill them. And I think you want a squid that's like putting damage into the fight as well. So I'm gonna say I respect Namor as a strong player now. And I think yeah, I'd say Namor better than Hela because Namor gets his hands a little bit dirty. I think he's got their survivability is about the similar, different ways. I'd still take an aerial Iron Man like because see, this is the thing. At my level, high bronze, low silver, or vice versa, however you want to say that. At my level, Iron Man's and a lot of flyers go unchecked. They go unchecked, right? Imagine fighting the whole fight, and you're the only character who sees the healer, who sees the flyer, and you're like, can somebody like? I usually end up having to do the killing, right? That's one of the things I like about Star Lord. One of the things I like about Scarlet Witch. One of the things I like about Cloak and Dagger is the ability to deal with the flyers, and so it's like you got a lot of people that don't do anything about flyers. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. They leave the unks on the field. They leave Loki's clones on the field, right? All that stuff that goes unchecked at the low level, and it's insane. It's very annoying. Psylocke is a problem. I've died to Psylocke enough to know that like she's up here. She's also, yeah, she's like insta death, right? If Psylocke sees you, you might be dead already. Punisher, I think he's fine. I don't really get concerned when I see Punisher. I feel like because of his lack of mobility and a lot of his most powerful weapons, his turret and even his ult, he's like very stationary with him, right? Like his ult moves, but it's real slow, and his turret is like stationary. So I now at this point I feel like I would never say Punisher's throw, but he's just not he's not gonna be the problem, right? Unless your team is real bad. Spider-Man is still Spider-Man. I will say that like you don't see a lot of really good Spider-Mans at my level. So a good Spider-Man is gonna harass you, and his ult, I feel like it's OP. Is it not OP? He kills like every it's the same as Star-Lord's, but he kills everybody with it. Like, get out of here, Spider-Man. He's annoying. And I see a lot of Spider-Mans. But you gotta be good with Spider-Man, but I see a lot of Spider-Mans that are actually like decent. He's somewhere here. Um I think Iron Man's are affecting my matches more than Spider-Man's are, I'll say that. Squirrel Girl, this is aggravating because I don't like her and I don't respect people that play Squirrel Girl. I feel like she's just launching projectiles into the crowd. But I think Squirrel Girls get more kills than Hellas. I die so often that like I don't even see the dumb nut that's coming and getting me. It's so annoying. And her like I just learned recently that the Squirrel Stampede can be destroyed. That is important information. You gotta just shoot it and kill it. Don't let it. I used to just let it run its course out. And I'd be so confused, right? It bounces back and forth in my back line for like 5 minutes. I jumped over it 3 times. Why is it still chasing me? Can you guys please nerf this dumbass? Oh, yeah, she's ridiculous though. Star Lord, one of the best characters in the game. I give him the edge over Scarlet Witch. When I learn his damage burst is a lot higher. He's got insane mobility. This is a character that you really shouldn't be dying with. A little bit of complaint that his ult, low key, you have to have skill in his ult too. Like a lot of characters, the ult is just press the button and it's auto win, right? It's like an easy button. His ult, you have to like you got to think about it, you got to plan it out, and you got to avoid death while you're using it. It's kind of hard to pull off, but I still think these are two of the best characters. I've seen some storms that are really good. And her damage boost is off the chain. I don't think she's insta banned, but I have been carried by a storm. Like I had a storm that played with me and boosted my damage, so I was like, the most kills I ever got was with a storm boosting me. But she's also her mobility is pretty bad. Like she's very slow. Iron Man's the only flyer that I think. Yeah, so I got to do it that way. Well, the damage boost though. Her ult, yeah, it's this way. Storm's ult is off the chain too. It's actually out of control. This dude is still a monster, even at low ranks. Like he abuses people. Um, I'd say here, he's actually got low key bad mobility. You know what I mean? Like if you're good with him, cool. But if you're playing with him and you're starting to dying, like you're not, you can't go anywhere. Wolverines are throw picks, 100%. I know he gets auto banned at the highest level. These guys, I don't see those people, and I'm not saying that he. I think because I play tank, Wolverine is gonna do some tank damage. Um, he's just not. These guys at the silver level, they can't use Wolverine properly. So he's kind of like, it's like there's potential there, but you're not getting affected by the Wolverine the way that he should be effective. I think we made it through all the DPS. All right, so yeah, this is the new list. Punisher, Black Panther are fine. Psylocke and Magic, OP assassins, and this really isn't close. Actually, I'm gonna say this. Well, I'll put it like this, right? When I'm playing, yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. This is how I feel about it. So Magic is like a one hit killing machine. Star Lord and Star Lord and Scarlet Witch in a team fight, they're putting out so much more consistent damage in the main fight that like I think you will be overwhelmed. This dude is very, very strong, no doubt about it. But he's not like consistently putting out damage. He's like creating kills. So it's a different kind of effect. But I think that like I think my Scarlet is doing more to the fight than he is. However, his ult is ridiculous and I hate it. Um Psylocke, again, similar. An assassin should just like not on the same level as well, that's a contradiction, but she's significantly less effective than Magic is, right? Like I can survive a fight with Psylocke. Magic, they just you're dead. This is correct here. Yes, Namor. I'm it feels funny having her here because I feel like she's so lowbrow, right? Like she's just but she does kill a lot of people. I've seen her be MVP so many times. Um really, I think I know the value here. I'm just telling you that um at this level, Mr. Fantastic Star affecting the game more so than Hela is. And yeah, this is about the effect, the problem level that you're gonna see. These guys are good, but they're fine. Really Wolverine's kind of fine. He's not terrible, but I die to Panther more than I do Wolverine. Wolverine definitely will kill your tank, and I'm starting to see Wolverines that'll like move you. But I think that just again, people are not like getting the value out of these characters that they should. Um, and yeah, I would rather see an Iron Fist of mine. No, Iron Fist is the worst player now. He is. These people are pretty bad, and this guy's a sucker. He's cornball. Okay, let's move on. So this is just DPS. I forgot we got all these other characters to go, so I got to go faster. All right, best healer in the game. New announcement, right? And we are back with Cloak and Dagger as the number one healer. I'm gonna tell you why. Cloak and Daggers heal per shot has been increased from 10 to 16. I honestly don't want to say it out loud because it's so insane that I'm afraid they're going to nerf it again. That's a 60% increase in heals per shot. Granted, it is lower than the other characters, but a 60% increase in heals per shot is outrageously good. Like, I'm now, as Cloak and Dagger, like breaking all of my previous healing records. I'm finally starting to see, 10, 20K, 30K, 40K heals in a game. And well, you know what I mean? You got to think boost the percentage of the heals at least by 30, 40%. She got a 60% increase. Like, it's changing the game. And Cloak and Dagger's ult is, I think it's actually still the best in the game. Here's why. I think I said last time Luna ult, and I get it. Luna's ult makes it so that you can't die. That's true. But Cloak and Dagger's ult, so Luna's ult does this. It boosts your health, right? And it does, like, I think most people just leave it on health the whole time, which I think makes sense. Invisible Woman's ult boosts your health. Cloak and Dagger's ult boosts your health and damages the team. This is the reason why. This is the difference. Is it in the screen? This is why. All right. Cloak and Dagger is the best healer in the game. I'm telling you right now. I would also argue that Invisible Woman is second best healer in the game. I prefer her ult. Well, I prefer her abilities better than Luna ults. Invisible Woman's damage is very high. I think her bullets like go through everything. They just go full extension and back. They don't like stop at the first thing they hit. So if, in a big fight, you're healing your teammate, damaging the opponent behind them all at the same time. Like, it's a very strong mechanic. She doesn't have, I find her like healing utilities to not be as strong as Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger's got the bubble. You got to remember with Cloak and Dagger, even I forget this a lot of times. The first thing you should be doing with Cloak and Dagger is the healing curtain. Heal curtain first, then start healing. Invisible Woman is like shields and shots, but her shot doesn't track very well. It does bounce around and it comes back to you, so it is like a decent spread. But Cloak and Dagger, I think, has better healing utility in addition to a better ult now. But Invisible Woman, if I can't get Cloak and Dagger, I'm picking Invisible Woman. Luna Snow, I get it. I can't do it, but I know that like her ult is well, anyone can use her ult. Her ult is excellent. I'm saying her utility is like her in-game utility is a little bit challenging in my opinion. Like, I feel like it's hard to like hit shots with her, and she also has. So this is something I didn't really realize about these two until I played them more. Is like, it's difficult to heal yourself with these characters, and Luna Snow, she's got some crazy utility. Like, she can freeze you out of your ult and all that, which is like, it's humiliating and it's really scary when it happens. But she has a hard time healing herself, which I gotta put her lower there. Rocket, I think, is the best of the remaining. Like, I love him. I like the simplicity of his toolkit, and he's got res, which is off the chain, right? You can't sleep on the res. And he's got really high damage too. Like, and his mobility is crazy good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hold on, Rocket. Like, Rocket be cooking. So I'll tell you right now, I never play Rocket anymore because, like, I just can't make an argument against having these. And for me, in a match, you should always be playing two of these three characters right here. There's just no reason to play anybody else. There's not a better reason to play someone else, right? Because of their ults, these three characters are the best characters in the game. The Rocket is the closest argument because he has high like heal capacity, and he has the res like cooldown. And I low-key I think the amplifier is not bad. Everybody makes fun of the amplifier. Groot is, I call him Groot all the time. Jeff is a throw pick. I like Jeff. I get it. But like, I just when I see a Jeff player, it just makes me feel like the person is not taking the game seriously. Like you're not really trying to win if you're playing Jeff. I feel like you're picking Jeff because it's funny and it's cute and he's like cool. He's got great animations. Like I enjoy him as well, but it's very very rare that I see a Jeff like game change. You know, like Jeff's ult can game change and it happens occasionally, but I see a lot of bad Jeffs, a lot of bad Jeffs, and I did face a DPS Jeff that was driving me crazy, but Jeff's a throw pick. He is. He's a joke. He's a throw pick. Sorry to my friends that play Jeff. You know who you are. Adam Warlock, pretty good. If I wasn't playing, see, this is the thing. I'm never gonna play Adam Warlock again. As long as Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman stay the same, I'm gonna keep playing them. One of these two is gonna always be my healer pick. And if in a world where they're not available, I'm going Rocket. Adam is good. I think his damage is excellent. So I do recognize the threat, right? Like having a Warlock is like you're getting low key like some serious DPS and decent heals, right? The way his healing works, his main thing is the Soul Guard, like spreading the healing around is super strong. And then when he does heal you, it's like most characters he's healing you full health. But there's some problems with him because I think if you're trying to heal like a tank, I don't think he can heal a tank in full with one charge. You know what I mean? And he only gets two, and then he's on cooldown. It's like kind of rough. I know that this girl cooks. I'm sure she's stronger than him. I don't really like her, and I think she's also considered like a not high healing output per play. But she does have a boost. I don't really know what it is though. Is it a damage boost or like a speed boost? But like she kind of keeps you alive, similar to these two. But I don't think she's on the same level. Messed up. I got Loki, and Loki is the best of the best. I think Loki's complicated. No, hold on. Now Loki's good. Loki's good. I've been carried by Loki's. I've been carried by Loki's. I want to play Loki. I just feel like, and then I got to move Rocket down. I want to play Loki, but he's hard, and I just don't want to have to go through that learning curve. Um, but I've been carried by Loki's. Loki has a life saving, game saving cooldown. His lamps, and he can do all these ults. Like, how can you not like? And he does high damage. Like Loki's Loki. I think better than no, he is better than her. Um, as a healer, I would continue to choose these characters over him. I mean, I think you got to be really really good Loki to in order to like maximize him, but like he can be a problem. I've been in games where there's like seven Loki clones on the map at the same time. It's because my teammates are dumb, but damn, dude, like how do you not want to get rid of those? They're shooting at you. You know what I mean? So like if you let a Loki run rampant, like it's I mean it's dominant, but I at least I feel like I'm smart enough to deal with him, and I don't see a lot of Lokis. But a Loki that's better than your opponents is gonna be he's gonna carry. Okay, for the moment we all been waiting for because I started playing Groot now. Groot is an S tier tank. It's facts. Um, okay, the walls are first of all, Groot has, I believe, the best Vanguard ult in the game. It lasts longer than Doctor Strange's ult, and I think it does more damage. And it gives everybody knows, and it brings everyone together. Like there's so many, like it lumps them up in one ball. It lasts longer. I think it does more damage, and your team like knows, like the team responds better to a Groot ult, and the Groot ult is really easy to pull off in a fight because it's like fast. Like I think he just says I'm Groot every game. It's almost low key difficult to notice when Groot is ulting. Like it's not close. Groot is the best tank in the game. Strange is still very good as well. If you're not gonna have a Groot ult, you want a Strange ult. And Strange's damage per shot is real high. He can fly. Like his shield is amazing. Strange is excellent. I'm gonna admit that I don't know how to use his portal, but Strange is off the chain. He's top notch. I've seen some good Magnetos. I just don't think Magneto is him the way that he's supposed to be him. Like the people that played the Magneto and his ult is slow. I think it's easy to avoid. It's directional, right? So you just like there's a chance that he might not even be aiming at you. Also, move out of the way, and he takes so long because they're trying to charge it up. It is cool because of how it's like absorbing all the bullets, so it's like guaranteed to get Magneto's ult off. But he's real slow. His mobility is really bad. He can't fly, which I don't understand why he can't fly, but I'm glad that he can't because he would probably be overpowered if he was. So yeah, Magneto's good. I understand, but he's just not the kind of he's not going to be the reason you win and lose at bronze and silver. Um, I really don't respect thing. I don't. Uh, again, every not every people are getting better with thing. Since the last tier list, people are getting better with thing. I still feel like when like thing players are falsely they have a false sense of security. The amount of thing players that I see run into the middle of the fight to just to get their hits off and their bounces off, but they're not getting kills, right? We're savvy enough to like all not die to his like initial like push, and he's like he takes so much damage while he's standing in the middle of a fight. So I mean, similar to Groot, similar to Hulk. Like you can't help but focus on a thing in the middle of a fight. Like he doesn't have enough mobility and survivability. I will give it to him though. He has killed me a lot. I just can't argue that he's better than like okay. Like I'm never worried that there's a thing on the map. You know, I've had things that were putting pressure on me, and okay, I gotta like adjust and pay attention to it. But no, he's I do think he is more effective than Hulk. I there's never gonna be a day where I would rather like I think Hulk has more potential because of his mobility. He's got multiple projectiles. One freezes you, one damages you. So I'm gonna bump Hulk ahead of Thing. I know Hulk is better than Thing. But Thing, I give it to him. He's doing damage. But as I've come to appreciate Groot and Strange, I can now understand because of the ult. I think the ult is the difference maker between these two, and so I love um Hulk's ult, but I don't see myself picking him again. Like I'm gonna pick Groot. I'm gonna pick Strange, and I think I think Magneto's ult is more effective. Captain America, he's in this category. I kind of want to say he's a throw pick, but he's so hard to kill that if people are decent with him, I can respect it. Venom is strong. Venom is the hardest tank to kill in the game. Uh he's mobile. He gets like at least double his health, I think. It's kind of ridiculous. His damage is high. He gets more health from his ult. His ult is not super strong in the fact that like I don't think it kills people very often, but the fact that he's like I'm realizing now that I think Venoms are using the ult to get their health back. So he's just like impossible to kill, and he does a lot of damage, and he can get to anywhere on the map he wants to. Venoms are good, and my guy Stamp plays Venom, and I see the value of Venom. Like Venom can carry, especially at low elo. They use he use I see people Stamp uses Venom the same way that like I would use Strange, right? You're just like walking into the middle of the fight and no one can kill you. And you're like holding the front line with a good Venom. Thor's fine. He is more dangerous than Captain America. I think Thor's are more dangerous than things. And I died Yeah. Thor is the most lethal tank. Um, to me, I don't panic when I see Thor. I'm not worried about Thor. Um, I'm realizing, yeah, is he? But I gotta give Thor his props and say he's also very difficult to kill. Low key, I think Thor is harder to kill than, well, they're both difficult to kill. In Thor's uh ult, it's easy to avoid, but it is very high damage. Yeah, realistically, like I died to Thor more than I died to Magneto. I get my Magneto's potential, but I don't like Magneto's shields are like all cooldown based. It's too hard to like use them. So I'd say, yeah, I see better Venoms and better Thors than I do Magnetos. And Penny is a throw pick. We know that, right? Those are the cold hard facts. It's been that way for a while. But there's no discussion. There's no discussion. Penny is a throw pick. She can't move. She can't push point, right? She only defends well. Sorry to my friend. Sorry. I'm going hard on Penny now. So it sounds disrespectful, but it's not disrespectful. It's not personal. It's not personal. But I don't. I can. I. Some people's tier list will say, not worth learning. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like I just can't think of a scenario where I believe that Penny is like bringing something to the table that can't be overvalued or overpowered, can't be overcome or countered, or like Captain America diving the back line thing, making people bounce in the air and the hitting me. Look, I think that it's so funny. Things right wind up right punch, his right click, I think it is. It sounds like he's hitting you with a frying pan. It's hilarious. That's a really nice little touch they put on there. And yeah, I gotta say, I see way more things than I do Hulk's. Like nobody plays Hulk anymore, but I think Hulk is better, has more utility, and has much more potential. Admittedly, I don't see a bunch of people maxing out with Hulk here, but thing is, like, he's not better than Hulk. That's just not happening. That's not true. So people need to understand that. All right, so this is it. Let me double check. I'm pretty confident here. I feel like I nailed it on the first go. Magic is a total demon assassin, kills everything in her way. And like every time I've got blown out, there was a magic on the team. You know what I mean? I think Star-Lord is the best pound for pound DPS. He's got insane burst damage, insane mobility, insane, yeah, like mobility and survivability, right? Like his flip, the reload, are you kidding me? And he's got the area of damage thing to like get people off his back. Like he's insane. I'm surprised they're not nerfing him. His worst problem is his ult, and it's not a bad problem. It's just his biggest weakness is his ult, and it's not bad. Like you just have to learn how to use it, and I'm not very good with it. But and right behind him, these are my two DPS players. Like if I'm playing DPS, it's one of these two, right? Sometimes I don't pick Star-Lord just because I know Star-Lord requires aim, and sometimes I don't have high confidence, but I notice my aim has gotten a lot better just from playing the game a lot and understanding movement. And man, he just dumps so much damage into people. Like I get Bucky Winter Soldier is very effective, but honestly, I see better. Well, I see better Buckies, to be honest with you. Buckies are low key terrorizing. Yeah. So this is the thing. I'm better with these two characters than the Buckies than my opponents are with their Buckies. Um, the but the average silver bronze game, the Buckies are pretty decent now. I'm not gonna lie, and I've seen some again and again and again and agains, and that's a problem. So I'm gonna give them his respect, but I still think these two are my favorites, and I get max value out of them. People are sleeping on Wanda. I'm telling you, Psylocke. I wouldn't change anything. I can't. She's not better than any of these characters. She is very strong, and when you see her in a corner, you're like walking around the flank area and you see Psylocke, yeah, you're gonna die. Um, Storm has the damage boost. I see a lot more Iron Mans that are actually doing real damage though. I know Storm has more potential, but not a lot of silver and bronze players are getting that out of her. So I'm gonna give the head nod to Iron Man. There are people that have learned how to like just assault the back line and dive the back line with Spider-Man, and he will kill you if he catches you by yourself. So you got to give it to him. Um, Namor, his ult's pretty strong. I think this is ridiculous. I get it. I get it. If you're high rank, it's an absurd argument. But I'm telling you, this thing kills me so often. I have to respect it. Namor's ult I can avoid. This one, very difficult to avoid. But I do understand now that Namor has like a lot of potential in the diving, protecting the back line and surviving like dive characters like Panther and all that. So I give it to him. Mr. Fantastic is just he has too much health. You can't kill him. You can't kill him in good Mr. Fantastics and people they get their ult off like they are effective with Mr. Fantastic. Again, I'm starting in the silver ranks. I'm starting to see people that are decent with Mr. Fantastic. Like he's good. I still say a Human Torch. I get that he's not as mobile as you would think. He's a little bit slower than I expected him to be. Even his turbo boost is slow. Like they might buff his turbo, which would be like scary because he'd be really fast in. Like Iron Man is way faster than Storm. But yeah, like the crowd control of fire against low ranked players, it's a very strong characteristic. And Gila, this is really like a potential pick. Like you're not seeing. Actually, we're gonna keep it real. Realistically, I know she has a lot of potential, but they're not getting it out of her. So this is the reality right now. You'll see a lot more Punishers and decent Punishers than you will see Gilas. So I'm gonna respect her potential and her like ult value, but Punisher is in, sadly at the same level in bronze silver ranking. Panthers can be effective, Wolverines can be effective. Again, I don't think either one of these characters are causing heartburn. You don't have to worry about them that much. And then yeah, these are the joke characters, right? Like Moon Knight, number one joke in the game. Okay, it's this way to be bad. He's effective, but like I don't respect Moonlight players. I don't. Tony Stojakovic or whatever his name is, the content creator, YouTube creator, he plays Moon Knight all the time. Moon Knight is a sucker pick, bro. Get out of here. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to play Moon Knight. Yeah, Hawkeye, bad, Widow, worse, and now Iron Fist. I tried him. You're wasting your time with Iron Fist. Not worth learning. It's a throw pick. All of these are throw picks. When you see these characters on your game, chances are you're losing. Throw pick healer, throw pick tank. Yeah. So again, Cloak and Dagger has been returned to the best healer in the game. They boosted her shots, heals per shot at a level that I'm surprised has been allowed. There's a slight nerf on her other things, but not enough to counter her increased healing ability and her ult. When I realized, not that I didn't realize it, but the more I think about the like boost health, damage the enemy at the same time, like her ult forces you off the point. Occasionally, right? If you're good and you have some like strong healings without countering, you can survive a invisible woman ult, right? You can technically fight inside of that window and you can hold your own. You have to come off point in a Cloak and Dagger ult. You have to come off point. You will literally die just standing there. It will kill you without the team doing anything. So I think sadly low ranked players don't really understand her ult. So some of them are still not like taking advantage of it. But I can carry just with Cloak and Dagger just by ulting the point enough to where, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing it basically by myself, winning the game by myself. Loki has the potential to play just as the ults are the same here, right? And Loki, but because Loki's lamps, he has his own value of lamps and cloning and all that kind of stuff. I give him a significant edge, honestly, over Luna Snow. Um, I just watched a match. I just watched a playback where Luna Snow like ulted and had it on damage instead of heal. Like, you know what I mean? But most players are using it properly and it's well timed and it lasts longer than all these people, so it's very good. I think her like in game average utility though of like because you have to hit like it's like a sniper shot to heal with her, and it's hard for her to heal herself. She has decent mobility, but I think these two are better by far, and he can be them. So this is how it's got to be. Rocket, my favorite of the non blondes. I think people are calling these the snow bunnies, by the way, which is pretty funny. Hopefully that's I don't think that's like racist or anything, but I think it's funny to call them snow bunnies. So, but yeah, I realize that maybe that could be offensive to some people, so I won't, maybe don't say that in real life. But yeah, Rocket. If I'm not picking one of the blondes, I'm picking Rocket. I understand Mantis's value, and her sedate is amazing. She's really good, just not as good as these other characters. And Star Lord is like, I mean, sorry, Adam Warlock. He's strong. I think he's stronger than people give him credit for. His mobility is bad though, brother. His mobility is bad. I actually, because of his, yeah, I think probably this is more realistic. And is Magneto? Yeah, I'm trying to. Actually, honestly, I'm trying to come up with a reason to move him down just because I want it to be symmetrical, but it's not right to put Magneto in the not strong category. He is strong. I've been thinking about learning him. I just feel like he's like a little bit too complicated and a little bit too slow. Uh, to for me to think I don't believe that there's as much value there as other people do. But Warlock mobility is terrible too. So yeah, Hulk will always be better than Thing. Um, like I agree. I see Captain America's damage is low. He has high survivability, but his damage is bad, and I don't think anybody even understands his ult. So yeah, this is it, man. This is the new and improved. I'm a pro silver player now, so my perspective has changed. I know a lot more. I'm a lot smarter, as you can see. So yeah, this is it. You guys deal with it. Let me know what you think. Okay, so almost forgot. We need to talk about the comments from the last time. So we need to go take a quick look at this. Y'all need to see some of the stuff that people were saying to me. It's pretty funny. Can I zoom in here? Make it readable. This shit is tiny right now. All right, I think this is working. Yeah. Okay. And then my main reply to everybody is like, first of all, I want to see what is your rank? You know what I mean? I expected to get flamed, and it wasn't like this isn't a clickbait, but kind of it is, right? I know that it's a tier list. You're gonna see characters that you think are really good low, and people that you think that are really bad high. So I get it, but in the context of, hey, like I'm bronze silver, this is reality. You know what I mean? For me, this is reality. But yeah, so this one wasn't okay. I'm a grandmaster player myself, but saying the video is really interesting. So some people could appreciate like, oh, so this is what silver, this is what a bronze player thought. So my last tier list, I had Johnny Storm, for example, like number one ranked character in the game. I think I don't want to like take up a bunch. I'll show it. We'll go look at it one time. I'll show the end so y'all can see it at the end of this video. But anyway, I want you to see the flame though. Look, this got to be bait. There's no way this is unironically how bronze players view the game. Holy shit, that's kind of funny. The penny take is hilarious. In bronze zombie, people don't shoot the nest, and you don't even have to try to hide your mind. So yeah, it's true. A lot of people don't understand her minds. I do, so that's why I can't respect it. But yeah, I don't. I still think even if you don't shoot her minds, Everything that she's doing in one little spot, and she's stuck. Here's a comment. I'm Celestial 3. This tier list really puts into perspective how different this game is for people in different ranks. Exactly. So a lot of those people I just said, hey, I think thanks for seeing my vision. Somebody said valid list for being bronze. Respect for putting Scarlet Witch in the best tier. I'm Grandmaster and I primarily play her. This person knows. You understand now. We don't have to say anything. Scarlet Witch is listen, Scarlet Witch is slept on. I don't mind. Y'all sleep on her as long as you want. She's goated. I have Lord on thing. In my opinion, he's the best hybrid tank. I do see his hybrid value where he can take some damage and he does a lot of damage, but I'm gonna continue to criticize his mobility. As long as you're not standing on the same plane as him, he really can't do much to you. His punch does have really long, surprisingly long range, but I just say stand back and shoot him. He just eats bullets for breakfast, like he's gonna die. I think he's has a lot of flaws. People are overrated rating him. Somebody said the video's super funny, entirely a different game at the bronze level. Keep doing it. I love it. We need more of this. Appreciate you. More penny slander or comments. But yeah, there were some people. Okay, this is what it is. If I go back to the early comments, the first comment reactions were hurting my feeling. What the F is top 500 bronze? You get that joke. Best bronze player, questionable. Bronze is completely different. This is hilarious. Okay, so I said Namor was garbage, throw pick. This guy said, called me brain dead, and I think we had some dialogue about it. And it's all good. I'm not coming in hot. But this person explained to me how you use Namor to deal with dive, and I understand now. So like you actually this person actually changed my mind on Namor, so salute to that. I don't want to say their people's names out loud. I just feel like this adds fuel to the fire. Meaning that like I really probably should be showing everyone's username and all that. I think we're probably fine. I don't think we're gonna get 1 million views here. But saying their usernames out loud just makes it even more on blast. So but yeah, you know who you are. You did school me on Namor. You got my respect, and I moved him up some. This person said they're top 500 every season with Penny. I mean, I guess I'm sure when you pick Penny in your lobby, everybody's like, please don't pick Penny. Can you please pick a serious tank? You know what I mean? That's the thing, right? This person, is he rage baiting? Somebody tell me he's rage baiting. My homeboy saying it's personal because I roasted his Penny. Plat player talking about Spider-Man. This person just simply replied, Jesus Christ, LMFAO. Right? So that was funny. I kind of wanted and expected those reactions, but I do also appreciate the fact that a lot of people came in like medium, tried to understand the tier list for what it is, and then you can kind of like appreciate. But yeah, even the flames were funny. It wasn't like real hate, which is cool. I didn't get any real hate, so that's nice. You know what I mean? I appreciate people being decent and respectful. Yeah, and a lot of people were like, hey, this is valid. For a bronze player, this is a valid tier list, and that's my point, right? So, all right, one more last time, I'll let y'all see it. Make sure the camera's not in the way here. Actually, I think I can turn my camera off and like zoom in one more time and make it big for y'all. Get your little looks here. All right, but yeah, this is it, man. Your boy's a top silver player now, 200 hours, silver 3, easy. I think I'm way better than my rank says. I have way more knowledge in the game than my rank says. My hours say that. Not joking there. I expect to move through silver quickly, so I'll let y'all know. I'm just a little bit scared to play ranked right now because I don't want to like fall back to bronze. Then I can't make the tier list, right? So it is what it is. Y'all enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, peace.